Hi guys, it's Wednesday. So I want to say hi and somebody else wants to say hi. You ready? Schubert says hi. He says I love you. He also wants you to remember if you're feeling scared or mad or upset, what can you do? You can drain, star, balloon, or pretzel. Okay? Remember that, guys. Alright, so yesterday Eeyore had lost his tail. Let's find out what happened to poor Eeyore the donkey's tail. I wonder where it went. So Winnie the Pooh went off to find Eeyore's tail. It was a fine spring morning in the forest as he started out. Little soft clouds played happily in a blue sky, skipping from time to time in front of the sun as if they had come to put it out, and then sliding away suddenly so that the next might have its turn. Through them and in between them the sun was shining bravely. So there through marched Pooh Bear, down open slopes of fields and trees and rocks and streams and stone and flowers, and so at last, tired and hungry, to the 100-acre wood, for it was in the 100-acre wood that Owl lived. There's Owl's house. If anyone knows anything about anything, Bear said, it's Owl who knows something about something. Or my name's not Winnie the Pooh, which it is. So there you are. Owl lived at the Chestnuts, an old world residence of great charm, which was grander than anybody else's, or seemed so to Bear, because it had both a knocker and a bell. Underneath the knocker there was a notice which said, "Please ring if an answer is required." Underneath the bell there was a notice which said, "Please knock if an answer is not required." These notices had been written by Christopher Robin, who was the only one in the 100-acre wood who could spell. For Owl, wise though he was in many ways, was able to read and write and spell his own name WOL, yet somehow went all to pieces over delicate words like measles and buttered toast. So there's Owl's house. There's the signs. You think Owl knows what happened to the tail? Let's see. Winnie the Pooh read the two notices very carefully, first from left to right, and afterwards, in case he had missed some of it, from right to left. Then, to make quite sure, he knocked and pulled the knocker, and he pulled and knocked the bell rope, and he called out in a very loud voice, "Owl, I require an answer. It's Bear speaking." And the door opened, and Owl looked out. "Hello, Pooh. How's things?" "Terrible and sad," said Pooh, "because Eeyore, who is a friend of mine, has lost his tail, and he's moping about it. So could you very kindly tell me how to find it for him?" "Well," said Owl, "the customary procedure in such cases is as follows." "What does crustimony mean?" said Pooh, "for I am a bear of very little brain, and long words bother me." "It means thing to do." "As long as it means that, I don't mind," said Pooh. "The thing to do is, first, issue a reward." "Just a moment," said Pooh, holding up his paw. "What do we do this? What were you saying?" "You sneezed just as the last word was telling me." "I didn't sneeze." "Yes, you did, Owl." "Excuse me, Pooh, I didn't. You can't sneeze without knowing it." "Well, you can't know it without something having been sneezed." "What I said was, first, issue a reward." "You're doing it again," said Pooh. "A reward. We write a note to say that we will give a large something to anybody who finds Eeyore's tail." I see," said Pooh. "Talking about large somethings, I generally have a small something about this time in the morning." And he looked wishfully at the cupboard in the corner of Owl's kitchen. "Just a mouthful of condensed milk, or what not, with perhaps a lick of honey." "Well, then," said Owl, "we write out this notice, we put it up all over the forest." A lick of honey?" said Bear. Or not, as the case may be." And he gave a deep sigh, and tried very hard to listen to what Owl was saying. But Owl went on and on and on, longer and longer, using bigger and bigger words, until he came back to where he started, and he explained that the person to write out this notice was Christopher Robin. It was he who wrote the ones on my front door. Did you see them, Pooh? For some time now, Pooh had been saying yes and no in turn with his eyes shut to all that Owl was saying. And having said yes, yes last time, he said no, not at all. Now, without really knowing what Owl was talking about. Didn't you see them? Owl said. Come and look at them now. So they went outside, and Pooh looked at the knocker and the notice below it. And he looked at the bell rope and the notice below it. And the more he looked at the bell rope, the more he felt like somewhere he had seen it before. All right, look carefully, guys. What do you see on the sign there? You guys see it? You think you can see Owl's tail? I just came across it in the forest. It was hanging over a bush, and I thought at first somebody left it there. So I rang it, and nothing happened. And then I rang it again so very loudly it came off in my hand. That's how Owl got the tail. And as nobody seemed to want it, I took it home. And Owl, you made a mistake. Somebody did want it. Who? Eeyore, my dear friend Eeyore. He was fond of it. Fond of it? Attached to it. So with these words, he unhooked it, carried it back to Eeyore, and when Christopher Robin had nailed it to the right place again, Eeyore frisked about the floors, waving his tail so happily that Winnie the Pooh came over, all funny, and had to hurry home for a little snack of something to sustain him. And wiping his mouth half an hour later, he sang to himself proudly, "Who found the tail?" "I," said Pooh, "at 1/4 to 2. Only it was 1/4 to 11, really. I found the tail." Look how happy Eeyore is. Pooh's such a good friend. All right, guys. I hope you liked the story, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Love you. Bye.